Hello, guys, and welcome to this stream. So, basically, in today's stream, we're just going to quickly go through something that I found extremely interesting. This isn't going to be a long stream at all, probably 8 or so minutes, but I just thought, you know what, I really want to share this really quick with you guys because I thought it was absolutely insane. So let me share my screen so you can see. Hello, Darcy. How are you doing? Okay, let me share this. Here we go. Did that work? Yes, it did. Okay, so if you take a look here, you can see this is Google Trends data, and it goes all the way back to 2004. And you can see that the search trends for move to USA have spiked significantly since around November 2021. They have just gone through the roof. So I find that really, really interesting because obviously everything that's going on right now with freedom and liberty and also the cost of living crisis that is going on, it's causing this massive spike to happen. Now, the other thing is, it's not just move. If we go leave Canada, again, it's a similar thing. And there's been some spikes in this too around when it all started, everybody, which is again surprising, isn't it? So it is kind of surprising where these spikes are, but I think the data on this is more kind of thin. It's not as high as move to USA, which has a lot of interest. Now, interestingly enough, if you look at the provinces which are seeing the most amount of people searching about going to the USA, it's Alberta, it's Manitoba, Ontario, and BC. But it's Alberta that is number one, and I found that kind of interesting. But then again, I'm not surprised because a lot of people in Alberta, especially, they value their freedom and their liberty, and they've also seen the cost of everything rise significantly as well. Now, I'm not saying that there's a massive solution or anything like that to the cost of living crisis that's going on because it's going to affect you whether you're in Canada or the US. But I just find it very interesting that the trends are going this high. So it's quite interesting. So again, this is breaking out right now how to move to the US from Canada. And again, it's breaking out, and again, Alberta is top of the list. The thing is, it really shows me, I think, that with this data that's coming out, which backs up what I'm seeing and hearing from different people, and what I'm hearing from different people is that they are leaving, that they're selling the top of the market, they're moving back to whichever country they were originally from or to a different country because these people can sell their real estate for some insane amount of money, pocket the difference because many people bought before the bubble started, and then they can move back to their own country and just retire. And the thing is, a lot of people, I think, will be leaving, especially today. We're covering this later on my other channel. But today, later on, we've got the vote, obviously, on the Emergency Act and everything that happens with that. And that's going to be interesting because if that goes through, I think that's really bad news for Canada. I think Canada, yeah, I mean, the Senate's still got a vote on it, but I think it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible for freedom and liberty in Canada. And I'm already seeing, I mean, the videos are everywhere. Like, you can go watch them after this stream. There's so many videos of what's going on in Ottawa. It is like a police state now. And they're saying that they had to get control of it and whatever, and now they want to extend it for, well, not extend it, they want it obviously voted through parliament so they can keep it for 30 days. Trudeau, I think, came out today and said that, hey, we're gonna we need to keep it just in case they come back. It's just like, whatever, you know. I think the division in Canada is at the highest point it's ever been in history, because there's and I really think it's more of a 50-50 thing. A lot of people argue it's 90-10, and I kind of disagree with that, because we had a similar thing that happened in England, which was the Brexit vote and everything that happened in England. And that was a very, very close vote. And I think a lot of people are just kind of fed up. They're sick and tired of what's been going on. And, you know, this is evident. They're looking to move. And I've heard from multiple people, like a lot of people are looking to move outside of Canada. Because if you're in Ontario and you're going to pick up your family, and where you're going to go in Canada that offers a low cost of living. I know a lot of people would argue, well, you could go to Saskatchewan and Alberta, but they're overvalued too. And if you want to go to a nice part of, let's say, Calgary, which is the most popular place for people to come to, then you're going to be paying a lot of money, a lot more money than people would think. So it's not as cheap as you think. It's still equally overvalued. Franklin Hatch, England going to be lifting all restrictions. Yes. So I heard about this. I saw on the Daily Mail that this was happening, and I think it's fantastic. I mean, again, it just shows you how far behind Canada is. And I'm sure we can all remember, guys, that when this scaring started off, they were saying, oh, we'll look at England. We'll look at England. We'll follow England's lead. We'll be able to see what's going on in England. And now England's dropping everything, and they're not following that lead at all, are they? They're just, and I think if this passes the Emergency Act, I think it's really just the start of even more authoritarian, draconian restrictions. You know, a lot of people, I think, again, are getting this false hope. And after what happened in the summer, when I thought it was over and then everything was back, I don't believe it anymore. It's like they're lifting everything here in Alberta, but I don't believe them, because they say it's all well, I believe they'll do it, but for how long, you know? Because again, guys, these things, they come in waves. We know this. So when the next wave comes, what's going to happen? Like if the hospitals, I mean, the hospitals are over capacity anyway. So you can basically say the whole time the hospitals are always over capacity. They have been since 2017, at least here in Alberta. But anyway, extremely interesting that so many people are, you know, moving and searching to move to the USA from Canada. Yeah, look at that. I mean, historically, it goes all the way back to 2004. And obviously, it's not very accurate because a lot of people weren't on the internet back then. But you can see this is just going parabolic. And it's really coming from Alberta, BC, not so much Ontario and Quebec, which is surprising. But yeah, it's very, very interesting, guys. And this is all within Canada, what people are searching for. And again, you can see how this is on the rise. It's right at a peak again. Not sin again. We're at this massive peak once again for people searching for US visas right now. So people are looking to leave. People are looking to get out. This is real-time data, and BC is topping the list, surprisingly, for that. So people are looking to go, and I just find it, all these things are in breakout. It's just, absolutely insane. I mean, US visa application plus 550% volume coming through these searches. So, yeah, guys, I mean, people are looking to leave. I think as everything unlocks, as everything kind of gets back to normal, I think that it will be interesting to see what happens, and we'll have to keep an eye on this and see what really happens. Surprised about the data, didn't know it was that widespread. Booked my plane tickets last night. It's happening, mate. Well done, Darcy. I think that's fantastic, and I really think you should start a YouTube channel if you're interested in it. Start a YouTube channel, document the whole journey. I guarantee there's so many people that would want to see your journey. And I've been following a woman who went to Mexico actually, and she left. I think it was in 2020, and I've been following her, but she's ended up, I think, in Costa Rica now. Haven't looked at many of hers. So what else we got? Once I'm done nursing, I'm gone. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, they're out of here, and this is what a cost of living crisis does. This is what happens when the cost of homes universally across Canada compared to wages just goes to the moon. And it was one government that was in charge. One government. Well, I mean, it was all the government, to be honest. Let's not blame one party. It was all of them. But it was the government we've had that has caused all this mess for the past 6-7 years. So I think it's really interesting, guys, that this is happening. People are looking to move, and I think this is just the beginning. I think we're on the tip of the iceberg. I think once you see the mandates lifted, especially for people who haven't took the Potion Masters cure, then basically, again, those people, they're going to feel like, I don't want to be in why, like, even though they're a minority, if we I'm just going to check something real quick, and I'll tell you how big a minority they are, because even though they're a minority, it's still a lot of people. And a lot of them are immigrants, you know. So, okay, so about 15%. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so you're talking quite a bit, 15% of Canada's population. What is that? I guess like 3.8 million. No, like 5 million, like 4 or 5 million people. So even though they're called a small fringe minority, there's 4 or 5 million people there. And a lot of those people, they're not going to be having much love for Canada anymore, considering how they've been kind of sectioned and corralled and coerced and whatever you want. Like, people have different values. Everybody's entitled to their own decision. You know, it's up to them. But I think it's incredibly interesting, guys, because the US is the easiest place really to emigrate to, which is most like Canada. It's where most people go. And, you know, it's going to be real interesting to see what goes on after this, I think. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to keep this short. I just wanted to show you that data, and it speaks for itself. It's pretty much there. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video so other people see it and the algo gets it out. And I will see you on the next stream. Thank you. Bye-bye.